Hi everyone, Sean here. Welcome to another Morpheus Minute. Today we're going to be doing an overview of blueprinting and automation using Morpheus. Blueprinting in Morpheus allows you to combine your instance types, network and storage settings, file templates, and automation tasks or workflows into a single repeatable piece of code to deploy your application onto any cloud with just a few simple clicks. There are multiple types of blueprints that you can create within Morpheus. So we're going to go ahead and create just a simple one here. Call this Morpheus Minute Demo. And as you can see, we have a few different options here. So the first thing we're going to look at is the Terraform blueprints. With a Terraform blueprint, you can use a .tf file to deploy out your resources. You do that just by pasting in your TF code here into the config right here in the wizard. You can also use an integrated Git repository if you have Git integrated with Morpheus. And on top of that, you also have the capability to create a TF-var file secret inside of our built-in cipher, which allows you to keep your critical secrets just that, a secret. Now we'll take a look at the ARM blueprints. The ARM blueprints are managed in much the same way as the Terraform blueprints are. We have these extra options in here where you can install the agent. You can set if Cloud Init is enabled. This is for deploying out a VM through an ARM template. You can also select the OS type. And in much the same way as Terraform, you can do either the JSON and just paste it directly in here, or you can tie directly into an integrated Git repository. And now with CloudFormation, again, you're going to see a lot of the similar things here where you can just either paste in your code or tie into the Git repo. You have the install agent or Cloud Init enabled, and you also have a couple of extra capabilities that are specific to AWS and CloudFormation. You're also able to build out blueprints for Kubernetes and Helm. With Kubernetes, you can either do a spec template that you can define inside of Morpheus to do a Kubernetes deployment. You can actually just paste the YAML in here, and of course there is also the Git repo connectivity. However, with Helm, the only option here is the Git repo. So you would have your Helm charts in a Git repo and you would path that out. All of these blueprints work to help you build out resources based on your needs with each technology. We do have one last blueprint type that really lets you harness the raw power of Morpheus, and that is the Morpheus Blueprint. You'll notice right away that the Morpheus Blueprint looks a little bit different than the others, and that's because this tool empowers you to build out your application from multiple different components that you can predefine from across Morpheus itself. You can add in different tiers to your app. You can see you can actually set boot order on them, as well as connect them to each other. Within each of these tiers, you can then add in an instance type of your choosing. Most likely it's going to be a custom image or spec template that you have created. And inside of each of those, you can then select and scope the group, cloud, and environment you would like this to go into. For that particular environment scoping, you can then set these configurations for each tier, each configuration of your blueprint. This allows you to set all kinds of advanced options. You can tie this directly into Ansible and call out your playbooks. You also can select workflows that are just a series of tasks, scripts, and other items that you put in place into specific phases of your deployment to get your application up and running. You can even lock down any of these options here to make sure that the users are not able to change your selection of the configuration. Now you can handle the deployment and configuration of all of these things from the GUI, but we also have a very robust CLI that you can use to manage your blueprints. You can deploy things out. You can actually manage the majority of your system through this CLI and through the API. Now, while Morpheus will handle a lot of the automation for the deployment of the system on its own, the scripting automation is really what helps the blueprints come alive here. You can create these tasks, and these tasks can be anything from an Ansible playbook, a library script, a Python script, PowerShell. You can see we have a lot of options here. You can actually set the execute target to the resource itself. You can do local if you want to tie it into a Git repository, or you can just paste your script directly into the pane here. You can then tie your tasks into workflows, and you can set the different phase that you want these tasks to run at. You can set multiple tasks per phase, and they will run in this order. You tie these into your blueprints in that workflow section, and you can also tie them into your custom image layouts from the library. Well, that's about all the time that we have today for this. As you can see, there is a lot that can go into blueprinting and automation. I hope this has been educational for you. Have a wonderful day.